What I am about to tell you is the true story of how I got into cubing. Not many people know this, but I was actually born in Vancouver during the Great Depression. I was a spicy child who mostly enjoyed my own company. Actually, you won't believe it, but my first hobby was knitting. I even tried out for the national squad, and would have made it if not for Cassandra. She accidentally broke my yarn just before I was about to compete, and none of the judges believed me.
No. As if I'd ever touch your yarn, you dingus.
I was devastated. I remember that night clearly, lying in my bed with my Peanuts bedsheets thinking I'll never be able to show my left big toe in public again. And then from the corner of my room, something sparkled. At first I couldn't see it because it was covered by my collection of seashells, but then I looked closer. A Rubik's Cube. My uncle had given it to me years ago at my wedding. He was a funny guy, Uncle Gregory McDuffin II. He'd been a plumber his whole life, but got fired for supposedly being too good at his job. But I'll never forget what he told me that day. He said,
"Cupcakes are muffins that believed in miracles."
I didn't get it at the time, and actually I still don't. The sad thing is, he passed away 665 days later, so the cube was the only memory I had of him. And it was at that moment, alone in my bedroom, that I decided I was going to become the best cuber in Vancouver. Of course, I had no idea how to solve that thing, and keep in mind Elon Musk hadn't invented YouTube yet, so I turned to the only place I could, my school's internet chat rooms. Can anyone help me solve the Rubik's Cube? I typed and waited. And waited. 12 minutes passed, and still no reply. Until one fateful day, there it was, a message from the Unicorn Girl. She introduced me to the concept of CFOP, although instead of calling it a cross, she used to say, "Make a sack." Go figure. I still remember my first solve, which happened in my bedroom. It took 872 minutes, but I didn't care. I'd solved it, and I kept doing it over and over and over again. I cubed on the scooter. I cubed during our family vacation to Antarctica. I even cubed when I was in the hospital with tuberculosis. And every time I hit a milestone, I'd get back on the chat room and share my success with the Unicorn Girl. It wasn't long before I hit sub 1, sub 30 seconds, sub 20, and slowly the school and my neighborhood started to notice. I even made it to the front page of The Daily Horn. And then the Unicorn Girl recommended that I try competing in an official WCA comp. I thought she was joking, but she was as serious as a cow swimming in the tundra. And so, I attended my first comp, Derpfest 2009. I couldn't believe what I saw. Cubers everywhere, turning puzzles of all kinds. I even met Drew Brads. Well, I met his mom, and she secretly gave me his wallet. Good times. And even though the pressure was high, I was on fire. I made it through to the second round for 3x3, and then into the finals. This was one of the only comps I've been to with prize money as well. $13 for the winner. And in the final round of the competition, I choked.
Uh-oh.
I choked like a waitress trying to eat 10 pickles, then chug 3 bottles of Sprite. I was humiliated. I felt like knitting all over again. I ran home, threw my cube in the trash, and didn't go out for the next 3 centuries. And then my computer lit up. It was the Unicorn Girl. She wrote, "Are you gonna do this every time you get knocked down? Crawl into a hole just like Lady Gaga did?" Then, out of the blue, she quoted these lyrics from my favorite song. "I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you." And instantly I knew, if I was going to be the greatest cuber in Vancouver, I had to fight for it. I typed a reply. "Adonk, can I meet you in person? School gym, 3 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be the one holding Drew Brad's wallet." I waited all afternoon in the gym, but no one showed up. And then, just as I was about to leave, suddenly I heard a raspy voice behind me.
"You still got that cube?"
Eyes wide, I turned around slowly, and you would never believe who I saw. And that's the true story of how I got into cubing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time on Crazy Me Carol. Bye!